Welcome back to Happy Place Cooking. If you have not yet gone down and hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, please do so. It helps out my channel and you'll get notifications when I upload new videos so you can see all the content that I put out. Today I am making a chicken casserole in the slow cooker. As you can see, I have got chicken breast. I've got 3 of these that I'm going to just place in my slow cooker. I'm going to put this on low. I'm going to add some sauce. I have some bacon salsa queso that I am going to go ahead and add to this chicken. That way the chicken can kind of soak up the flavor while it's cooking. Now I'm going to let this cook on low for probably about 3 hours, and then I'm going to come back, check the chicken. I'm probably going to have to turn it up on high because I need this ready for dinner this evening. So I will put it up probably on high for an hour or 2, and then I have some other ingredients that I need to add to it. So stick around. As soon as it's ready, I'll move on to that next step. Okay, my chicken has been cooking for a couple of hours on low. I am actually going to go ahead and turn this up on high and let it go for a couple more hours, and then I'll be back. Okay, now I am going to whip up a little bit of cornbread. I've made cornbread a lot, but this is the first time that I've ever made honey cornbread. So hopefully this will turn out good. I'm on a honey kick, and so I thought honey cornbread, yeah, that sounds great. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is put all of my dry ingredients in here. I've got 3/4 cup of cornmeal. Whoops. 1 1/4 cup of flour. 2 teaspoons of baking powder. 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm using Himalayan pink. Just gonna mix. Oh, and I almost forgot my sugar. 1/2 cup of granulated sugar. Just gonna mix that all around. Yeah, I'm just gonna slide that up out of the way so I can show you what I'm doing with my liquid ingredients. I have a cup of milk. I'm going to add, 2 eggs. I've got 6 tablespoons of butter melted. I've got a 1/3 cup of pure honey. And then I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of real vanilla. And I'm just going to whisk all that together. Okay, I'm going to pour my mixture in, and I notice it's quite a bit clumpy. Not for sure why. I'm just going to whisk this all around with the dry ingredients. Don't want it to be super lumpy. There, it's smoothing out. That looks better, doesn't it? Okay, let me get my bowl, or my pan. Got my oven preheated to 375. I'm going to use my stoneware. If you're using a metal type pan, you're going to want to grease that pan with some butter or oil or something. I love using this. This is one of my favorite dishes to bake in, so you probably see it quite often actually. I'm just going to pour this in. This is going to go in the oven for about 20 to 30 minutes. You hit the 20-minute mark, you really need to check it. Use a toothpick. When it comes out clean, it's done. Okay, now that my cornbread is in the oven, I'm checking this chicken and it is ready to start shredding up. It's falling apart. I'm going to go ahead and turn this heat back down to low. And I'm going to go ahead and shred all of this chicken up And as soon as I'm done getting this nice and shredded up, I'll be back to show you what else goes in this. Alright, I've got this all nice and shredded up. I noticed as I was shredding, of course, obviously it was a salsa, but in the jar it didn't look quite as chunky, and I can see some chunks. So Jesse will probably be picking those out. That's fine. So as I said, I turned this back down on low. I'm going to add a can of Bush's kidney beans. I'm going to add a can of whole kernel corn. I'm going to dump in some potatoes. These are ones that are previously cooked that I had frozen. Mix that around real good. Now I'm going to add Velveeta. And I just chunked these up. I didn't like measure how much it was. 2 pretty good chunks cut into little squares. Really just how much ever cheese you want. We love cheese, so I don't feel like I really skimped on the cheese. You don't have to use Velveeta either. You could use some kind of a shredded cheese if you wanted to. I'm going to leave this on low for, well, till the cheese melts. It's probably going to be a good 35 minutes to maybe even an hour. Cornbread is done. Toothpick came out clean. It's a beautiful brown. I had to leave it in for, I'm trying to remember now, 40 minutes. Yeah, because I did 20 and it was really still very, very runny. Did 10 more and it was still gooey, so did 10 more on top of that. So 35 to 40 minutes is probably what you are going to have to do if you follow this recipe. That is looking good. The cheese is getting nice and melted. This will be all ready to go by the time Jesse gets home from work. Probably going to go ahead and leave it on low just for about 30 more minutes, and then I'll turn it down to just the warming. Oh, I forgot I was going to put some pepper stuff in this. I absolutely love this triple locked spices from Overland Spices. This is like my very favorite one of theirs. It's really spicy, so you don't want to add too much to your dishes. But I do love a bit of spice. Okay, got it all plated up. Now it's time to taste it. Get a little bit of the potato in there. That's really good. I have to find some more of that salsa, bacon salsa. Now let's try this cornbread, honey butter cornbread. That's really good. I like it. It's pretty sweet for cornbread, but it's really good. I think they're going to complement each other really well. Thanks for watching and happy eating!